Hi, I'm Brenda Brewer-Jones in Tampa, Florida, and I'd like to talk to you today about the process of purchasing a home in Florida. Today, we are going to start with the first steps of this process, and that's making sure my clients know what to expect and how to go about making an offer on a home. The most important thing in identifying a home or finding a home is identifying the criteria my clients want in a home, such as how many bedrooms, how much square footage, do they want, how many baths, or do they want a pool, a garage, is the school system important, do they have children, and what ages are those children that they'd be going to which schools. Now we need to identify how much they can afford. I usually have them go to a local lender, and unless they have someone that they prefer working with. The mortgage person will look at the things such as outstanding debt, what your income is, what other debts you have, and your taxes, a poll of your credit report, and it shouldn't take more than about 30 minutes. This is done so that the buyer can get a pre-approval for the amount they will be borrowing. So now we've gotten over the first hurdle, and that is the pre-approval letter from the mortgage company saying that amount that you would be able to afford. This also gives the seller confidence that you're qualified and ready to go forward with a purchase. The next thing we would do is to start looking at homes that meet the buyer's criteria. Most likely we would view anywhere from 4 to 12 homes in this process. It also set you up on the MLS so that if there's any homes that come up newly listed, you would receive those homes that meet your criteria and your base price point. After viewing these homes online, I would make arrangements for you to see them in person if you were interested in those. The other homes that we would be seeing, there's no pressure in finding a home. It may take a week, it may take longer, but I want the experience to be positive with no pressure. When you all go to the table to close, I want you to feel confident that you found the right place for you and your family. After finding a home, we will make an offer. Along with that offer, the buyer would put up earnest money in order to show, it's like a deposit, to show the seller you're serious about the purchase. We use a standard FAR contract or an as-is contract in Florida. Most buyers make offers with the as-is contract because sellers do not want to be asked to fix a lot of things. Now, this doesn't mean you have to buy a house with a bunch of problems and you're forced into that. What it means is that when a seller accepts your offer, whatever your timeline is for your inspection, they have to take their house off the market during that time. And so that puts them behind the 8 ball in terms of going forward and getting things closed. And so most sellers are not going to want a long inspection period or to be fixing a lot of little things. Normally, they will fix anything that has to do with safety. Sometimes they'll fix things that they just feel like they weren't aware of, but you have every right to ask for things to be fixed. During this time, you have every right to pull out at any time you want to. The legal amount of days for a inspection is up to 15 days on the contract. But normally people do their inspections in 8 to 10 days because they want their contract to be an appealing offer to the seller. They don't want to pull the house off the market and take a lot of time away from the seller being able to sell it. And so during this time, if you choose to pull out, you can receive your earnest money back in full. Bottom line is, if you get up one day during that inspection time and you don't like the paint on the walls in that home, you can say, I've decided I don't want to go forward with the contract. After we get the inspection completed and anything fixed that the seller may have agreed to fix, now we are on our way to closing. The only other way you would get your earnest money back after that inspection time is if you did not end up getting a full approval on your mortgage. And so you would receive a letter from the mortgage person explaining why and the fact that you could not get a mortgage, and you are protected in the contract if you do not get that mortgage. and the seller would return your earnest money at that point. For any other reason you did not go forward with the sale, you would lose your earnest money and would not get it returned. After the signing is completed and paperwork is finalized, you would be handed the keys to your new home. Thank you so much for visiting my channel today. I hope you will continue to come back. I will be putting up videos that will show you all the different things that Tampa Bay offers. Have a great day.